Good afternoon. It's May 16th, 2019. Um, been a little challenging with the videos today, but never giving up. This is Kimberley Buckler with Spirit and Soul Healing. Today I'd like to share again a little bit more about the Akashic Records and how we can use the records to heal our lives in the present time, and how we can go back into the other lives to help heal the trauma or the things that have happened in those lives that have an effect on this life that we're living now. So, what we find is that sometimes we have unknown fears. It could be unknown fears of snakes or water, or fears to be an artist, a fear to be a doctor, a fear to be a natural healer, a psychic, or energy worker. And a lot of this we carry from other lives. Now, there might be the odd time where we pick something up in this life. And when we're up in the Akashic Records, we're able to see which direction to go. So the Akashic Records is the library of your lifetimes, whether it's on another planet or it's this planet. It's like a universal library. And that library is a book. And when you open up that book to certain chapters, you're going to see different things. Now, say if you came to me to help you go forward with your artwork. You love doing art. You love doing artwork. You don't have the confidence. You lack in the confidence of presenting your work. You've been told by many people that what you do is amazing and beautiful, and you're still wondering where this lack of confidence comes from. So what we do, we go into the records. You share your stories with your master teachers and loved ones. And the energy up in the records is a lot different than here on Earth. The energy is really light, high vibration. I found when I was doing the workshop, when I got home the next day, or that day after the first day, I had to get myself grounded again because my energy was way, way too high. When we do the readings, yes, you stay grounded, even though we are up in those records. We sometimes the client gets to see things and is able to see things clearly, and sometimes they have a hard time. So that's why I love doing the Akashic Records, is that it's interactive. So when you come in and you tell me a story about your fear of being, say, the artist and what's going on, and then what we're drawn to do is to go to different lifetimes. So it might be back 3 or 4 lives. And when we bring in the energy from that lifetime, it's interesting to see whether you're a child, um, young adult, an older adult, and what's going on in that lifetime. A lot of times I find that when I first see the person, in that lifetime, their head is down. Sometimes people are cowered in corners and hiding, scared to come out. By the time we do the healing work for that lifetime and letting that person that lifetime know that everything's okay and that they did an amazing job, they're standing up, they're looking at me. Some of them may have smiles on their head. You see them going off and doing other things in that lifetime with a lot more ease. So we thank that lifetime for the lessons learned, and we come forward and we might visit 1 or 2 more, and then we come forward into this lifetime. And it's really interesting because, say, if you had the fear of being an artist again, in this lifetime, we may be stopped at different stages, whether you're 2 years old, 12 years old, 14, 16, 22, 36. And every time I stop at a different age, it's interesting what I hear and see and feel. And then I'll say to the person, hey, do you remember when you were 2 years old? And the stuff I'll start sharing stuff, and they go, oh my goodness. The person does. Well, usually they don't remember when they're 2, but 4 or 6 and the other ages. And it's quite interesting because that person in front of me, I don't know. And as we're going through those different ages, we're also able to do a healing for all those moments in this lifetime that person was confronted, or experienced lack of self-confidence and the joy of doing that artwork because of something that was said or something they were holding on to. It's neat. We can do this for different occupations. We can do this for anger, fear, wondering where all this anger is coming from, where is the anxiety coming from, um, why we're scared to go forward. And when we get a chance to do that and able to heal on a much different level, we find that this lifetime goes a lot easier. I found that for myself as when I did the workshop, looking back and seeing myself as a gypsy, or the person who's doing the reading saw me as a gypsy. And it was quite interesting because the story of that gypsy wanting to settle down with her two children because she was always on the road was like an affirmation for me because in this lifetime, I didn't want to move around. I didn't want to move around with my children. I wanted them to go to the same schools because I remember as a child, I moved around quite a bit. So it was interesting because I did some healing this lifetime. I broke that chain or that habit that continued from lifetime to lifetime, and also learned that yes, um, I it also, yes, I can do, I'm good at doing readings, and and to have a lot more confidence in myself. And I was really grateful for this opportunity to see the things that I already experienced in this lifetime, in the past lifetime, and also to bring the energy of this gypsy soul forward so I can do a lot more traveling. And that gypsy soul is going to help me with that. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It already has been. So if you find that you're stuck and you've done a lot of healing work, you still don't know where something's coming from, take a look into getting a reading done with Akashic Records. I do them by phone, over the phone, and in person. I really like doing them in person because it's nice to have that one-on-one with a person. And we've done some amazing ones over the phone too. So again, I'm Kimberley Buckler with Spirit and Soul Healing here in Cochrane, Alberta. Um, Please visit my websites that are listed below and also take a look at the books that I've written. And thank you for liking and sharing the video and subscribing to my channel. I'm looking forward to seeing you again and have a great day. Take good care.